reflections, and I welcome you to the second half of the vigil. This vigil, as you know, is dedicated to Gaia, our beloved Mother Earth and the animal kingdom. It is dedicated to the nature spirits, to Brother Sun and Sister Moon. It is our gift from our hearts to a beloved Earth Mother who gives so generously and selflessly to the whole children of God. Let us just relax for a moment and let us just enjoy the healing energies of this landscape. Let us feel the love of Gaia, for she is a beautiful mother. She is a compassionate mother. She is a generous mother. And she loves each one of us, especially those who are associated with the community, the Teo community, and Livestream, because she knows that we embrace the divine in the natural world. Like Francis, like Claire, like many of the great mystics and saints, we come to our God Supreme in nature. So let us just relax now, and let us just enjoy being together, holding one another. We are all connected energetically around this amazing table of love. And we call on St. Catherine Drexel, and we ask her to touch each one of us and fill us with a love of God, a love of the Supreme, a love of nature, and a love of the animal kingdom, for they are our great little teachers. They are angels in disguise, and they are in the presence of God. They can see God. We have to relax and get into the mindset, but animals intuitively and instinctively see and sense the presence of God. And they bring to us so many blessings. They enrich our life with so much love. And when I meet someone who comes to our door here at the monastery and they say, oh, they don't like animals, well, I'm afraid they're not welcome. Because if they don't like animals, then it's someone who's going to be egotistical and full of self, so they're not welcome. We'll make them a cup of tea and bring it to them in the garden, but we won't now let them into the house, because they usually bring a bad energy. And that is how it is in our Franciscan household. Anyone who dislikes animals or having them near them, they're not invited into the sacred domain where our animals share our space. And that's the gospel truth. Because animals can suss out, can't they, who's genuine and who's disingenuous. We found it here. If animals don't go to someone, then that's an indication to be on your guard, not to trust them. They're up to no good. They'll probably betray you and hurt you or deceive you. So I thank God for the gift the animal kingdom brings to our home, to our relationships with others. And there is as much important in the Teo community as we are humans. The animals in our household share a 50% stake in everything. And that's how Gaia wants it. The animals have as much right to be here as we do. Allow me share this with you. allow me share this with you. It's a beautiful quote from Eckhart Tolle. We depend on nature not only for our physical survival, we also need nature to show us the way home, the way out of the prison of our own minds. We got lost in doing, in thinking, remembering and anticipating, lost in a maze of complexity and a world of problems. We have forgotten what rocks, plants and animals still know. We have forgotten how to be still, to be ourselves, to be where life is, here and now. Let's just reflect on those words. Let us just sense the presence of Gaia speak to us. We have forgotten what rocks, plants and animals still know. We have forgotten how to be still, to be ourselves, to be where life is, here and now. To bring your attention to a stone, a tree, or an animal does not mean to think about it, but simply to perceive it, to hold it in your awareness. Something of its essence then transmits itself to you. You can sense how still it is, and in doing so the same stillness arises within you. You sense how deeply it rests in being, completely at one with what is and where it is. In realizing this, you too come to a place of rest deep within yourself, the power and the gifting of the animal kingdom to mankind. They have the edge. They have a special gift that empowers you and me to reclaim that stillness. Wow. When walking or resting in nature, honor that realm by being there fully. Be still, look, listen, see how every animal and plant is completely itself. Unlike humans, they have not split themselves in two. They do not live through mental images of themselves, so they do not need to be concerned with trying to protect and enhance those images. The deer is itself, the daffodil is itself. Mankind, we are complex. We are complex, and yet we desecrate the landscape. We desecrate the animal kingdom. No wonder Gaia is apprehensive. I remember 10 years ago, we'd been here 2 years, and I had a group that I wanted to take into the woods behind us. And there are a large number of tall cedar trees, but there are two together, where you stand in the center and you touch the devas in each one. Very powerful energy, an amazing place that has touched a lot of lives. lives who came to this house in a dreadful state, completely broken, disheartened, dysfunctional. But first I was guided to ask Gaia permission. Could I enter her landscape? Could I enter her domain and bring children of God who needed healing from the landscape? And Gaia said yes, but she also says no. She says yes to those who have a respect for nature. She says yes to those who recycle, who care for the animal kingdom, who care for the plant kingdom, who bring good energy. But she definitely says no to those who are destructive, to those who will abuse her gifts, to those who already abuse her gifts. She will not allow them. And over the years, Gaia and the nature spirits have become exceedingly wary of mankind. They've come to a place in their evolution where they do not trust a large percentage of civilization because of what we've done. We have raped her sacred domain through deforestation, through infecting the animal kingdom, through greed and power, the way we inhumanely kill our animals, the way we leave them half dead on the motorways, how we abandon sick little animals. It's no wonder the nature realm and the angels of the animal kingdom are apprehensive. But through this channel, we have dedicated this channel to Gaia in reparation for the sins of mankind, to the animal kingdom, to the nature realm, to the landscape. And those of us who give of our time freely, we do so because of our love of our Earth Mother. To become a member of the community, we undertake a course called the Tree of Life. And in that course, we marry the 7 energies from the heavens with the 7 energies of Earth. And we become the vortex, the symbol you see around my neck, the Teo symbol of peace, given to Francis. It's a symbol of peace. This channel is a symbol of peace. And even if there's no one watching or attending, we still go ahead. Numbers do not mean anything. There's times when I've sat here alone. We don't do it for numbers. We do it out of love for Gaia. And as Franciscans, we are not selling or peddling religion. We're sharing love. We're sharing respect. And that is what Francis has asked of us. Not to talk about God, but to embrace the divine in everything that lives and moves and has its being from God. And our God, our kingdom of heaven, is on earth. The kingdom of heaven is already here. Allow me share. The contemplation of nature can free you of that me, the great troublemaker. Allow me read that again. The contemplation of nature can free you of that me, in inverted commas, the great troublemaker. Let us come now into Gaia's palace of dreams. I invite you to allow me join you in a place of beauty, in the forest. And I want you to visualize this real forest where I was privileged to go to many years ago when I lived in North Wales. It's in the Gwydir Forest, and we drove in a jeep for quite a way right up the mountain, and then we had to stop and park the jeep, and then we walked on foot for about 2 hours. And I want you to imagine this because it's true. We came to a clearing 50 foot by 50 foot wide, and it was a blue lagoon, and there was lots of limestone rocks around the lagoon. It was a little private lake, and it was pure blue. And we sat on the rocks, looking in and placing our hands in the lagoon. And all around us there was just pure beauty at the top of this mountain, the Gwydir Mountain, the Gwydir Forest. It was an awesome experience. It was total stillness. I would like you to join me and sit with me now on the rocks that encases this beautiful lagoon, half in the earth and above the earth. I would like you to make yourself comfortable and allow your fingers skim across the beautiful blue waters. And when you look inside the lagoon, you can actually see an outline of your face. You can see the sun's rays shining, and there's a gentle mist always in the center of the lagoon. We are sat here resting, and suddenly from the mist in the center of the lagoon, you see a beautiful shadow forming from the mist. The mist is creating a beautiful spectacle. It is a woman, and she's been carried by the elves, by the elementals, and she comes right across the lagoon, and she stands in front of us, and you notice her hair. It's almost to the ground, and it's pure gold. And the wind, the angels of the wind, come and blow her hair to form like a halo of light. She reaches her hands out. We take her hand, and we escort her down to sit with us. And she looks at us, and she's full of gratitude. And she says, I am Gaia. I am your Earth Mother. From the moment you were born, I have provided your nest. I have provided a place for you where you could lay your head. I bring you the rays of the sun for warmth. I bring you the moonlight. I bring you the elements, not as enemies but as friends. And now I'd like to introduce you to my children, my many helpers. There is the fox and the deer. There is the badger and the rabbits and hares. The young doe and an arrangement of cats and dogs of every variety you could imagine. They are all here. Look at them coming. They're running to their mother. They're running to their mother. And above us, there's a canopy of birds singing. Mr. and Mrs. Blackbird have come with Mr. and Mrs. Thrush, and the swallows have arrived early to say hello. And there is a peace here. This is our kingdom of heaven on earth, where we are safe. Safe from a mankind who seek to destroy the beauty that's been given on loan as a free gift. But we welcome you. We welcome you. And we share with you all of our treasures because we trust you. We trust you. And suddenly she lifts up her hands, and Gaia blesses each one of us and imparts to us a peace, a very special peace. And she places the peace symbol on our forehead, and we've become an ambassador of peace. Her love is touching us right now. We can sense her love. It's piercing our heart, and there is a joy and an inner knowing that we were meant to be here. That we were meant to be here in this sacred place. And the joy that we feel in our heart is allowing us relax. And Gaia calls the elves to bring the crystal bowls filled with the water from the lagoon, and she sprinkles the healing waters all over us. And suddenly there's been a release of all the tension and fear, all the anxiety is being washed away. And she embraces us now. She places us in her mantle of protection. And she affirms within us that we are a child of God, a child of the earth, a gift to creation, an emissary of peace. And she will bring to us the animals in distress that need our love. She calls on us to be an extension of her love with mankind, to re-educate the mindset of man, to stop, to look, to listen, and to embrace the natural realm with respect. And to bring love and healing to all animals, especially those that are vulnerable, that have been abandoned and cruelly treated. She now blesses us on our hands, and she bends down and she kisses our feet out of recognition for being a true warrior, an eco-warrior for peace. And now she's gone. She crosses the lagoon into the mist, and all we see is a soft mist rising, but we hear a chorus of angels singing, and the birds are tweeting and twittering, and the sound is an awesome sound. It is a sound of welcome and a sound of farewell. And we are relaxed. We are at peace now. For Mother Earth has left us a gift, and she's placed that gift on our heart to spread love, to spread love, to spread peace, to become that peace and to become that love. And now as we wake up, we realize that we've been taken to somewhere extremely special. And we're back home in our sanctuaries, and we are at peace now. And we are surrounded by all the nature spirits, the elementals, the devas, and angelic love. And we relax and just be ourselves. And we are grounded and protected by the love of our beloved Earth Mother Gaia. Let us give thanks for all that we have received. For thanksgiving releases the power of love. And I wish you a pleasant evening from Sister Elizabeth and myself. We thank you for giving up your evening to join us. Bless you all until we meet again. Namaste. Shalom, inshallah, pax et bonum, Om Shanti, Solo di Caritas, peace. And for those who are awake at midnight, I'm back again. But for now, bring the love of Gaia in your hearts out into the world, and let mankind see her radiant smile and your love of the animal kingdom. May it touch hearts. God bless.